Hi, covering pebble tiles with epoxy resin is the question. I've chosen to install pebble tiles on the in-pool tanning deck of my ICF pool. There has been some worry about the raised surface made by the pebbles being uncomfortable to walk on. I want the pebbles to show and not be overcovered with grout. Can I install the tile and put clear epoxy resin over the pebble tile to help level it? If so, do you have a suggestion for a waterproof resin to use?
So I'm assuming, my first thought was like a penny round tile, pebble style tile, but the more they talk, the more you read, it seems like it's flat actual stones that they would want to mud into the surface. There is not really a good resin that could be spread over the top of that to level it out, to give you that look, but make it smooth. And here's why, is because the sun will beat the tar out of that resin, that epoxy. We've tried all kinds of the most expensive epoxies we could find, and the UV light from the sun just tears them up. They're really nice when you do a bar inside, or you do a kitchen countertop, or you're doing a table that's not directly in the sun, where you could get a nice sheen surface and you can get it really thick to fill in cracks and crevices. But outdoors in the sun, you could do it, and within a year or two, it's going to be chalky, it's going to be yellow, it's not going to look nearly as cool. There's got to be a better alternative in terms of what you could use to grout around each of those stones, or how tight you could use them, or the type of stone that you would use that would give you a more solid surface that's not got so many gaps between each of the little rocks that you're going to use, unless you're trying to use a specific rock native to your favorite stream or your favorite park where you've collected them. Then I think we're going to have to work with it being a little bit rough. And there's really nothing wrong with that, because if the stones are big enough while rough, they still wouldn't be too bad on a sun shelf, because you're mainly sitting on the sun shelf. You're not horsing around so much on the sun shelf as you would be in the shallow under the pool. And I just don't have a good answer in terms of what type of filler clear epoxy material you could use. You may want to look into Smooth On online and maybe communicate with Smooth On. They make all types of clear epoxies and resins and things, as well as mold making things. They use a lot of that stuff, but I don't have anything offhand that I think would work long term that wouldn't turn ugly really quick, unfortunately.